And CT is like, bet. Oh yeah, that's what we doing? Bet. I'm coming for that ass. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Comfort. Thank you so much for being with me today. And as you can see from the title, it is Challenge Recap Day. Now guys, as y'all I'm sure may know if you followed the challenge and all the goings on of the challenge, a lot has happened since last episode 14, y'all. Between Ashley getting sent home and the rumors of why that y'all let me know. And I am gonna pick our commenter of the day, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shout out here. So I want to feature y'all because y'all really be giving me some good information, something that I missed in the video, or like a really good point that you may have from the episode. I may disagree with, but I find it to be an interesting perspective. I definitely want to shout y'all out because I appreciate you guys always interacting and giving your advice and letting me know the scoop when I'm in the dark. Y'all have, 2 kids. It's a whole thing, so sometimes I don't catch everything. I try to, but y'all, I have some good content for y'all coming up. Besides this recap, I am gonna go ahead and do the recap. Despite everything that's been going on, Leroy and Cam did not necessarily call for any type of protest against watching the challenge. They had some other requests that I'm gonna talk about in another video, a reaction video. So please turn your post notifications on so that you can make sure to check that out and give me y'all's thoughts also. And in case you didn't see it, I can give you guys what's going on as well. Before we start, I just want to get into a comment that I thought should be highlighted from last week's episode, which is, it is from Adriana Murillo, or I think it might be Murillo. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, my girl, but I really appreciated your comment. And she said, I'm not saying Ashley outing Josh, allegedly, y'all. I'm not saying Ashley outing Josh was right, but I wish MTV would have shown what happened because I'm pretty sure Josh provoked this situation like always. Also, I don't think it was bad enough for her to get kicked out. Kaylee outed Natalie during the off season. I didn't know. And the challenge producers not only invited her back for final reckoning, but also didn't send her home when she told Natalie that she would out her again. And also, why they didn't have this energy for when Camilla said all those racist things to Leroy in Dirty 30. I mean, listen, I don't know if sis saw what Leroy was saying. Sis clearly can see the future because Leroy also had enough, and that also triggered Leroy to air some of his grievances. So I'm gonna try to be as succinct as possible in this recap so we can get to that other video later on in this week, just so you can kind of have all this lowdown. If you haven't already, check out Camilla's response to what Leroy said. I did post what Leroy said on my story in case you didn't catch it. Y'all go ahead, also follow me on Instagram. I also have a lot of really good information and like updates and things like that on the challenge and other things that I'm doing, so you guys can keep up with me there as well. Yes, go ahead and check that out. I did post it as a short on my channel as well. All right, so not to be too long-winded with this intro, but I just wanted to let you guys know I'm abreast. I'm not just going into the recap as if I don't know what's up. Like, we're gonna get into it. Trust me, this melanin is not for nothing. Like, I'm here. We're here. Okay, so let's just get into the recap first, and then we're gonna address that in a different video. All right, go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment for more challenge content like this. Also, I have a really uncomfortable series. Go ahead and check out our recent video. It is hilarious, where we're talking about, is it okay to check your partner in public? We're talking about, do you have to accept someone's bad habits? All right, y'all, so we're gonna get right into this recap. So basically, Amanda wanted to go into the lair so that she could pick her partner, so she could see what the elimination was and had her best chances of winning. She voted Big T to go up against her, and they went in on the elimination challenge. Ultimately, Amanda ended up winning, but because Ashley got sent home, unbeknownst to us at the time, for whatever reason, even though Big T lost, Mama said her goodbyes, but then TJ was like, come on back, girl, out of the darkness. You get another chance. And I'm gonna give it to her that I feel like it's because she tried so hard, you know what I'm saying? And she really gave it her all, because TJ doesn't really do quitters. And so yeah, he gave her another opportunity. So Big T went back to Team Ruby. Amanda went to Team Emerald and stole Tori's spot and sent Tori's ass over to Team Ruby. So we're back in the house, and Amanda's like, yeah, I told you I was on your team. Y'all better act like you like me being here. And Emmanuel is basically like, you better take it seriously because we like to win over here. We are not for, the Titanic of it all, right? And Casey basically has to talk with the team and is like, y'all, look, I don't want it to be no static. Let's be as fake as possible. Well, she basically says, let's be as welcoming as possible so that it doesn't create any friction, so she doesn't feel any kind of way, and that things can go smoothly, and that she'll work with us. Like, she's not that bad of a competitor, but we don't want her pettiness to basically ruin our game, right? So Tori is over there giving her new team Ruby, a pep talk about, you know, hey, we can do it, y'all. I'm on your team now. Yes, I was pissed. Yes, I felt like I got kind of thrown to the, you know, wolves, but it is what it is. I'm on your team now. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you guys stay out of elimination, because it's going to be a guys elimination day, talking to Kyle and Nelson. And Tori basically says, like, Kyle has made it to a final. I've made it to a final. I think she says Nelson has also made it to a final. So she's like, we have as many finalists as they do on Team Emerald. Like, we're not as bad as we think we are. We just have to work together, get our head in the game, and we can really win this. Kyle is like, girl, you just got here. We've been here. We've been losing all these missions and all these daily challenges. Like, just wait till you lose something else with us and you'll understand what's going on. So then basically we pan back to Amanda talking to Josh about, y'all better be glad that y'all got me, because I'm really smart, and I'm actually smarter when it comes to puzzles. I'm assuming she's talking about than Tori. Tori, yeah, she has physical ability, but the challenge is not about running. The challenge is about smarts, and is about checkpoints, basically. And that she's smarter than Tori, and so y'all better be glad that y'all got me. I mean, y'all, the challenge is about it all. Okay, like, I'm not gonna give that to her. Like, not the challenge, the final is about it all. Yes, you need to have checkpoint knowledge of these, you know, putting things together and the smartest way to go about things. But if you give out on the run, you ain't gonna make it to the end. You're not gonna make it to the final checkpoint. So you need to learn how to run too. I'm just, you know, hello, let's not skip that, right? We pan to Emmanuel, who kind of feels like his back is against the wall because he's the only rookie that hasn't gone in. Josh is running and, you know, doing his training or whatever that they do. And Josh basically is like, he's never felt this close to a final. He feels like he could really win it. He's trained so hard. He's really got in good shape. And even CT acknowledges that, you know what, this is a different kind of Josh. He seems more confident. He seems more focused, and that he's actually impressed with the improvements that he's made since the other times that he's seen the goof on the challenge. So then CT is talking to Tori, right? So basically they're coming up with a plan on how to help each other, right? So CT basically talks to Tori, and Tori is like, if CT allows Team Ruby to win, they're not going to throw in anybody from Team Sapphire. They're basically going to save Team Sapphire, and they'll have the power, and then they'll have to throw somebody from Team Emerald, and two people from Team Emerald will have to, one person from Team Emerald will have to go home, because they'll both be thrown into elimination. And Tori is like, yes, let's do it. CT is like, sounds good to me. Let's do it, right? Let's go with the plan. Cool. That's the plan. They both relay this plan to their teammates. So y'all, then we get to the daily challenge, right? This is where we are going to see what CT and Tori talked about played out, aka Team Ruby and Team Sapphire. See if their alliance actually works for them, right? Okay. Daily challenge is where you have 3 stations for each team: Team Ruby, Team Emerald, Team Sapphire, and there's dynamite at each station. And you basically have to grab the dynamite from the other stations, and whoever gets all the dynamite plugged into the sockets at their station the fastest wins, and whoever has the least loses the challenge, right, for the day. This is one of those collision challenges, so it is physical contact, and it was great. It was excellent. It gave what it needed to give, y'all. So basically they get started, right? So immediately Team Emerald notices that both Team Sapphire and Team Ruby are going after them. Now they have it in male and female heats, right? Now Emmy is the only female obviously on Team Sapphire, so she has to go for every heat, right? So Emmy is going, you know, Casey used to play football, so because they got pads on, this is basically like running into somebody on a football field. So Casey can't wait to hit somebody. Tori's pissed off because she got, you know, ejected from her mother's her homeland into foreign territory, child. So basically, you know, she's made this deal. So Team Emerald quickly gets the clue that, oh, they're taking from us. So they're all butthurt, and the guys are pissed off at Tori because Tori is like supposed to be their friend. You know, they were on the same team, and I think they're friends in real life also. And it's a guy elimination day, and they like, why are you doing this to us? We didn't throw you off of our team. You got stolen from our team. Like, what the hell is going on? Tori's like, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? You know what else is messed up? You know what else is like, they get into it fully, y'all. Know what else is messed up? It's messed up how Josh said it was okay for them to pluck me off the damn team. That's messed up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it, right? So she's pissed. Y'all, the plan is going as expected, right? Everything's going well. Guess who fumbles the plan? in my opinion and in most reasonable person's opinion, on purpose. Kyle, the friendly snake. Kyle's ass starts taking dynamite from Team Sapphire. And CT is like, really? Really, Kyle? You're gonna take my dynamite? You're gonna take... Tori's like, what the hell are you doing? They're trying to stop him. Kyle ass keep going. Kyle gets it from Team Sapphire, and CT is like, bet. Oh yeah, that's what we doing? Bet. I'm coming for that ass, right? They're pissed. The rest of them, Nelson is like, we can't follow simple instruction. Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, we're doomed. This team is done. He has no more faith in Team Ruby. Like, he can't do it, right? He cannot wait to get off Team Ruby. And I don't blame him, because what the hell is going on? All in all, they go back and forth. Then Kyle is like hyped with Josh, because Josh is pissed off that Kyle was even in on this whole snaking Team Emerald thing, or working against Team Emerald thing. And then Josh is like, see, he played you also, you know, basically to Team Sapphire. And Josh and Kyle are going back and forth, and Josh is like, yeah, that's what I like. And Kyle's like, come on, bitch, come on, man, right? So all in all, Team Sapphire, they're only ones that can be trusted, only ones that can be trusted. Like, I'm so sorry. And y'all, can y'all explain to me in the comments, how is CT a snake? Like, I heard the snake thing a couple of times. I heard it last time. How is CT a snake? He may be an asshole. He may not be the nicest person. He may not be the most grateful person for a partner, right? He may not be the most like kind speaking, but snake as in, I told you I'd do this and I did the opposite, as in I play you behind in the confessionals, and in person I act like I'm not going to play you, or I tell this person that I hate you, but then I tell you that I'm going to save you. Then when we get down to the competition ring, I vote. No, it's like CT does not do that. I'm sorry. And I just feel like that's just invalid. I really don't know where that is from. Even Johnny tried to call CT a snake on his little podcast when he was talking to Leroy, and they were just the things they were saying. I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand how he's a snake because he lays low and then ends up winning because he's better than y'all. I really don't see it, but maybe you guys will enlighten me. So basically, Team Sapphire wins. Team CT, yes. So then they are the agency, right? And Tori and Devin are basically having like this big argument, and Devin is pissed off because he's like, you did something selfish today. You played all the guys on your former team. Like, you just got off. You just barely hopped off of our team, and then you basically played all of us on a guy elimination day. Like, it wasn't even a female elimination day. Why were you going that hard? Tori was like, look, I had to do what I had to do. I'm not on the team I want to be on. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. And on the after show, she actually said that she just didn't want Amanda to win. So that's all she could see is tunnel vision, because she's the reason that she ended up on a different team, right? So that she wasn't really thinking about the guys, and that she's on their team, that she has to play for them. Like, she can't keep playing for Team Emerald. She's not on their team anymore. Devin gets pissed off. He said that he wants her to just admit that she did what she needed to do for herself, which she did say several times. But he also felt like she was trying to make it like Team Emerald and Josh, you know, suggesting that Tori could be taken off by Amanda somehow contributed to her being like, forget them, I'm gonna do my own thing. And that it wasn't really that. It was just simply that I'm on a new team and I did what was best for me. And he wanted her to say that, and that he didn't expect that from his best friends, Tori. And so Tori basically goes up to Kyle because of Kyle's, you know, snakery. Like, everyone pretty much figures that Kyle's gonna be the one going into elimination. The fact that he tried to play CT, and then CT ends up winning, his team ends up winning. Like, they assumed Kyle's gonna be the one thrown into elimination. Tori goes and begs Kyle to please not choose Devin. Please don't choose Devin, because she's thinking about like, yeah, if Devin gets chosen, it ends up going home because of something. And I wasn't even thinking in that direction at all, that she would feel really bad. Kyle is like, Devin is my best friend. I would never do that. Like, relax. So then CT and Kyle are talking, right? And they didn't show them going to the club. I guess, you know, there was a lot going on in this episode, y'all. CT is talking to Kyle, and Kyle is like, so you're gonna throw me in? CT's like, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, you knew what was gonna happen, bro, but it's fine. You know, play your cards close to the vest, my G. Kyle is like, come on now, CT, you're gonna look me in the face. Like, we're friends. Like, you know, we've been close. Like, we know everything about each other. And then CT's like, are we friends, Kyle? Like, are we friends? Which I feel like is a valid question. I mean, why you keep snaking your friends? If you're friends, you don't get to just pull the friend card when you feel like having some type of sympathy or closeness. Like, you're supposed to still be friends when it comes to challenges. And if y'all are gonna go against each other, you're supposed to let your friend know that, not just keep accidentally snaking them. And then when they're like, are we friends? You're like, you're gonna look at me and say, we're not friends. Oh, throw me in. Boy, you didn't just play him. Is he your friend? Like, what is it? Comprehension issue? I think it's comprehension that's doing him, because I genuinely did not understand that, like the whole flipping it around. So CT's like, why are you trying to flip it around on me and make, he's like, oh, is that going to be your excuse, Kyle? You need an excuse, really? Like, you played me today, you snaked me today, like why do you get to be butthurt about me questioning our friendship? Like, what are we here? Like, no. So then CT's like, if I don't throw you in, then who should I throw in, Kyle? And Kyle is like, you could throw in Emmanuel. And he's like, CT's like, he's never done anything to me. And then he's like, you could throw in Josh. And he's like, you're naming people that have literally helped me through in this game that haven't done anything to me. You're the only one that snaked me. It makes the most sense for you. And I can't really recall, but somehow, some way, Kyle is like, oh, really? And then people start to listen in on what was said, right? And Kyle is like, basically, I'm going to pick Emmanuel most likely anyway, so he's going to go in, and there's a 30% chance that I'm going to pick Josh. And so CT starts talking loud to make sure I'm gonna start talking loud to make sure the whole house hears what you're trying to do to everybody. You want me to do your dirty work, right? And Kyle is like, oh, CT, this is what you always do. This is your snakery. So CT fully just talk loud so everybody can hear. Kyle is trying to say, that's your plot, CT. Okay, can't believe you said we're not friends though. That really hurt. Like, boy, bye. And they go around, and basically Logan is like, we haven't made up our minds. We need you guys to help us make up our minds. I feel like, I mean, CT might have made up his mind, but I guess maybe the rest of them hadn't fully, I guess. So then the first person that says something is Emmanuel, who says that he feels like he's done everything in his power to work with everyone on the agency, which is Emmy, Logan, and CT. He hasn't done anything to obstruct their game. He would love that if they kept him out of elimination. Devin basically says the same thing. Low-key, that he's kind of this mastermind who's kept everybody on an even playing field. And Amanda's like, sir, you are not a mastermind of any sort. Like, just knock it the hell off. Wes was a different animal. His brain worked very different, so I wouldn't give Devin all that. So then, y'all, we get to Nelson, and Nelson is like, he actually wants to be thrown into elimination so that he can take matters into his own hand. He doesn't want to get picked by anybody. He wants to go in and take his fate into his own hands and get the hell off Team Ruby. All right. So then Kyle is basically like, I have an inkling that it would be me based on the conversation that me and CT had, that he hates that happened. He knows he messed up. That basically, if he does get put in, that he is going to pick Emmanuel, and he's going to take Logan's spot off Team Sapphire if he ends up winning the elimination. So basically, he's like, the only card I have left is to say what I'm going to do and threaten them, and hopefully that'll make them keep me out of the elimination, right? They deliberate, and all in all, they put Kyle's ass in. As deserved, as expected. He was like butthurt and crying about it. I'm guessing he was just thinking about his child. I hope it wasn't because he really thought he wasn't going to go in, because it's like, sweet, who else? Come on now. So then, y'all, Kyle is going in. Kyle has to prepare himself. Tori feels like Emmanuel is definitely going to get picked by Kyle. Emmanuel feels like Kyle ain't going to do it because Kyle's scared of him. Y'all, we get to the elimination. Kyle gets called down by TJ, and Kyle picks Joshua. He picks Josh, and he says that it's because he sees that the elimination is like a jumping, swinging thing, and he knows Emmanuel is basically like a master at that, and that he would definitely beat him, and he feels like he has a better chance against Josh. Josh is pissed, but he kind of expected it. He was ready. And the elimination is basically, there is this contraption, like this bridge. It's called Burning Bridge, I think it's what it's called. So they get burning bridges, and I think Amanda or somebody is like, Tori is like, and Josh should be good at it because, or Kyle should be good at it because that's all he does, right? Which I thought was really funny. So basically what they have to do is that they're on this bridge, walk across the bridge, jump and hit this bell, and then go down and get one of the planks and bring the planks up and put it in place. And they have to do this 16 times, y'all. But if they don't hit that bell, it doesn't count. They have to drop and then come back up and try again to hit the bell, right? So y'all, they are like, they are going at it. You know, they're both tired, but Josh keeps up really, really well. You know, the whole goof thing, like Josh, he did really, I honestly, like, you know, Josh is not my favorite, but I'm here for somebody improving themselves and getting better at a game. But all in all, y'all, it comes down to the wire, and all it comes down to is Josh missing the bell. Once he misses that bell that last time, Kyle gets it, and Kyle ends up winning the elimination. So he said on the after show that he was sad about winning that. He didn't celebrate or anything. anything. He knows it may not mean anything to Josh, but that he really didn't like beating him in that elimination. Basically, Kyle wins, and TJ does give Josh his props that you didn't lose by a lot, like, so you should hold your head up high. So then Josh leaves, and Kyle is asked, what team do you want to go to? And Kyle, like he said he would, goes to Team Sapphire and says, Logan, get the hell off my team, and that he's going to Team Sapphire. And he goes back to Team Sapphire, and Logan takes his ass back to Team Ruby. And Logan says he's happy to be on Team Ruby. That was his original team, and it's all good. It is what it is. It's the game. It's cool, right? So basically that is it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts on it. Do you feel like Kyle deservedly has the snake title? Do you see what they're talking about with this whole CT snake thing? Because I genuinely, everyone I've asked that has any kind of similar opinion like that, which is just a few people, they can't explain it to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They don't have any like legit stats or facts. I don't know. Y'all explain it to me if you guys can, or if you don't agree, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so y'all, I do want to quickly hit on the Ashley thing. Guys, a lot has happened since then. I feel like if the rumors are true and that allegedly Ashley was kicked off of the season because she allegedly outed Josh for being gay, and everybody felt like what she did was horrible and nobody backed her, and that the reason that they kicked her off with such aggression, so immediate, and TJ made that announcement the way that he did because she broke a rule, which we don't know what the rule is, because a lot of horrible things have been said on MTV Real World, Road Rules, Challenge, The Challenge, when it was whatever it was before now, but we'll get into that on another episode. People feel like the reason that she was kicked off so swiftly is because Josh may have been allegedly involved with a member of production, and that's why it was such a big deal, right? So I feel like if that is true, that's some BS. Like, that's messed up. It should be the same rules across the board, the same type of anger and zero tolerance for homophobia that they do for racism, that they do for sexism, that they do for misogyny, that they do for even something like slut shaming. I just feel like, I understand you have to make a show, but certain things, if you're gonna have a rule across the board. Like, there should be some type of threshold, and I feel like they should be transparent with us. But I'm gonna get more into that on a reaction video that I'm gonna do in my next video, you guys. So stay tuned, hit the post notification bell, subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know how you like this, share this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.